but I'm going to hiding somewhere by a gated star. Baby, they ain't never gonna find me. I'm a renegade. I could be the one who saved you from this hard place. We could be as one and we'll escape. We could run away. We don't gotta stay.
Hello everyone, I'm back with some micro journals that I've made for presents, and I thought I would share these with you. These are the same design that I used to make my mini Christmas journals, which I did a tutorial on my YouTube, and these are the same size, the same exact design, except these are Harry Potter themed. I did a Gryffindor, a Ravenclaw, and a Hufflepuff, which are the houses at Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. And they're all very similar inside, so I'll just take you through one of them. They all have charms dangling off the bottom. The I solemnly swear I'm up to no good, which I think unlocked the Marauders map. The 9 3/4 platform at King's Cross to get you to Hogwarts. That's where the train left from. A charm with various spells, and on the Gryffindor, after all this time, always on the deer. So I will, I think, why don't we do Gryffindor? No, why don't we do Ravenclaw? The other two are the same as Ravenclaw, with the exception of what's on the cover. The covers, though, are on Hufflepuff and Gryffindor are scraps of leather that I used. And on the spine, I've got the Gryffindor lion and a witch's hat. And I've made Deathly Hallow charms to go on all of them. These triangles are strung beads at Joann Fabrics, and there's a hole in the top and bottom so you can put a post through. And of course the Deathly Hallows was the triangle for the invisibility cloak. The spike down the middle represented the Elder Wand, and the bead in the middle, the stone, represented the Sorcerer's Stone. And if I'm not mistaken with my Potter trivia, at one time or another through all the stories, Albus Dumbledore was in possession of all three of these. So, at any rate, that's the Gryffindor. And with the Hufflepuff, on the spine there is a badger, which was the mascot for the Hufflepuff house. And yeah, so that's that. And Ravenclaw, whose colors are blue and gray or silver. And of course the mascot for Ravenclaw was the raven. And for this cover I have some Quidditch fabric. Quidditch was the football, soccer, rugby kind of game that they played on broomsticks, and it has each of the houses, Hogwarts there. A little witch's hat. And yeah, there's the charms, the dangles. So the closures are just an elastic band, basically. And at the knot, I twisted up some sparkly wire, like a pipe cleaner almost, to hide the knot, and a black tassel, and the Deathly Hallow charm. This really chunky. These are great for ornaments to sit on your desk. Obviously, they're far too tiny to journal in. The fabric on the inside has the Deathly Hallows design on it. Diagon Alley is where the students went to buy their supplies for Hogwarts. And just a little tea-dyed tag with Ravenclaw on it. The owls, of course, was how they sent messages and letters in the magic world. And there's a Ravenclaw banner. graphic 45 stamp. I always thought that looked a lot like the sorting hat that sorted you into your house when you got to Hogwarts. So, got my little Tracy Fox curly paperclip, and this is Elf-Made Wine, little journaling card. This is fabric that has, the Daily Prophet was the newspaper that demonized the good guys and wrote skewed propaganda, and this had Harry Potter as the most wanted. Some tea-dyed map. The witch is in an owl stamp. Here's a great quote by Albus Dumbledore. "It's our choices that show us what we truly are, far more than our abilities." And there's a little tea-dyed index card with some sorry on it. This is a tiny little owl post with a little Tim Holtz paperclip. These are perfect for these journals. And it has the, see if I can get it to focus, the little Hogwarts owl insignia. And this was the outside of the envelope that came for the kids when they were being invited to attend Hogwarts. So I've just made that into a little journaling card. And I've got some matte paper and such in here. Here is another little journaling card. And these are the various brooms that the kids could get for their Quidditch game, or just to learn how to ride their brooms. And I also made that into a little journaling card. It's a little Hogwarts card with the Ravenclaw insignia on it, and the spell Expecto Patronum, which evoked your spirit animal, your Patronus, to come in and protect you. The deer antlers that I have sticking out were Harry Potter's Patronus. And again, this is some more Harry Potter fabric that I just stitched onto some tea-dye paper. Little Hogwarts tuck. Beer butter was one of the treats the kids had when they were on break and went down to Hogsmeade, which was a neighboring town where the kids could get away from school for a bit. And also pumpkin juice. There's Luna, one of my favorites, and I'm pretty sure she was in Ravenclaw. She was one of Harry's good friends. And I can never pronounce that, but that is one of the potions, if I'm not mistaken, that Snape introduced them to. If I'm wrong, my daughter will correct me as soon as she sees this video and let me know what that really was. It says the sorting hat. Fire whiskey, and here's another Ravenclaw insignia. This insert is the cover of the book, The Rules of Quidditch. And it just has some eyelash trim. And some more of that Harry Potter paper. Another owl. a little Hogwarts tuck spot, and inside is the cover of the Standard Book of Spells, one of the textbooks the kids needed when they got to school. Pretty sure that was on the first year list. This is Gilly water, and that was the substance that Harry Potter drank in book 4, which was the Goblet of Fire, and that allowed him to swim underwater with no breathing apparatus. And then to enter the Tri-Wizard tournament in that book, the kids from each school would put their name in the Goblet of Fire, and this is what they looked like. This was Harry Potter's, which was not submitted and somehow magically appeared and entered him into it. Cedric Diggory. This is Fleur Delacour, rusty on my French, and of course Victor Crumb. So those were the entries into the Tri-Wizard tournament that year. And this, I should know which book this was. I want to say book 4. This is a list of the kids that joined Dumbledore's army. They formed it to fight the evil forces, Voldemort and the Death Eaters. Book 4, book 5, book 6. Maybe it was in book 6 that they did this. I'm going to have to go back and check with my resident expert, my youngest. She is a Potter encyclopedia. But I do okay for a muggle. Some more Harry Potter fabric. Beetle the Bard was a book that was quite famous, and I think the kids did have to read this at one point. I think Hermione pulled some important piece of information out of that for them during their adventures. Some stamps. And in the back page, a little tuck space with the history of magic, the cover of that book, and an insert of the Hogwarts insignia. And this was a great quote by Sirius Black. We all have both light and dark. It's which we choose to act on. That is who we really are. I'm paraphrasing that because my glasses are not strong enough to read every word of that. I've made it so small. I tried. Points for trying. So yeah, that's my little Harry Potter themed micro journals. They are all quite similar. They were really fun to make. It takes a while to get it all together, but once you start making the pieces for them, you can set up an assembly line, and it's actually easier to do them all at the same time than to go back and try to do them one at a time or over time. But I had a lot of fun making these, and yeah, I just wanted to share them with you. So I'll be back soon with another video, and you guys have a wonderful day. Thanks.
We can go and say, trust me, I won't let you down.